Yo, what's up, guys? I've been playing Blade Symphony a little bit in my spare time, trying to hone my skills, and I've done maybe two or three Blade Symphony videos on the channel, just really basic stuff, and this is pretty much more of the same. Just trying to practice against players around my skill level or above. Pretty much, actually, everyone I fought in this video was at my skill level or above. Definitely got my butt kicked a few times. Also made some good plays, but overall I was pretty disappointed with how I played. But I was playing against pretty good players, and I haven't really played this game very much in general. Roughly like 35 hours, and I haven't played it in a while. So I mean, basically I haven't played it recently, is what I'm meaning to say. I came back about a week ago and started just playing an hour or two every night. Really awesome game. Such a fun game to play. One of the things that helped me the most playing this game was messing around with the camera options. Like, what you see here is the camera is what happens after the camera options have been drastically altered. And that was one of those good plays that I was talking about earlier. I transitioned into a jumping attack just as my opponent was going for a heavy there. Now, just in the event that you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and I assume that most of the people here on the channel just play Souls games, play or watch Souls games, and probably don't play Blade Symphony, although I have known a few Souls players that have played Blade Symphony, and in fact someone who has contributed on the Steam Workshop for this game has put in some Dark Souls items, so that's pretty cool. But that aside, there's a basic of this game, and that's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen right now, and that is basically the attack stances. Basically, fast beats air, balance beats fast, and heavy beats balanced, and air beats heavy. And when I say beats, that is for whenever your blades clash, and you get a parry as a result of that. Whoever's in the stronger stance is going to win the parry. And if the blades are going to intersect your opponent after the parry, then you deal additional damage, at least especially me using the katana. The katana is all about getting those parries, which are going to give you, I believe, 1.5 times damage. So that's where you earn your bank as a katana user, going for those big parries. And I do believe I have a few of those in here. Definitely some good fights, and there's not a whole lot to say about this game other than it's just a blast to play. It's one of those games that I feel like is very easy to pick up, but quite difficult to master. There's lots of techniques to be aware of, lots of just advanced gameplay, different play styles. Here's an example of me going up against obviously a pretty accomplished player. This guy's rocking a cloak, and you don't have a cloak in this game unless you've won tournaments or you're essentially a pillar of the community. So this guy's both or has done one of those. But really cool game. Very cheap game as well. I believe it's like $10 currently. It was on sale for $7.50 recently, and picked up a couple copy of those and sent them off to a couple buddies of mine. Really wanted to support the game. It's a pretty small game, I'll get on every night. At least I have been on every night for like the past week, and there's basically I try to get in free-for-all servers, and most of the time there's at least one free-for-all server going with anywhere between, oh, there's one of those big parries right there, but most of the time there's a free-for-all server with at least 15 people in it, sometimes 30 if it's like a weekend or something, but other than that it's pretty much just ranked stuff. Maybe like 1 or 2 dual servers with 8 to 10 people in them. So it's, you know, not a whole lot of activity going on, but that doesn't take anything away from the game. I just wish more people would play it. I feel like it's one of those games that just has so much potential for a fighting game. Oh, and here's me playing on a character that's way out of my comfort zone. I'm mostly a judgment player. That's pretty much the character I've played on primarily, at least probably like 90% of my time playing this game. But I've been trying to learn this character a little bit, and also practice with the longsword. Most of the time I use the katana, but the longsword is definitely a badass weapon. I'm not, obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this weapon. I was barely blocking at all. The katana has a special, and its special is the feint attack. So basically I can charge up attacks and I can feint out of them. I don't necessarily have to commit. I can also kind of hold my attacks in a certain chain if I want. So I'm used to doing that. Now, the longsword has a block, so I just need to learn how to start taking advantage of that block. Like right here, for example, I'm just taking all kinds of hits that I don't need to be. I could have just blocked, and instead I just kind of freaked out. And I'm not used to defending myself. But I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to let this last one play out. I let the in-game sound play as well, just so you can kind of hear what it sounds like with the blades clashing and whatnot. And the in-game soundtrack is actually quite good as well. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of the Blade Symphony fights, and I'll see you soon.
Round 2. Fight! You win.